Hello, welcome back. My name is Tasfai. This is the seventh video and series of videos for study methods. In last video, we have seen how to organize notes, and we will continue on this for a few next few videos. And as we said, organizing is very important in remembering information because if we don't organize information, it's going to be fragment, and no idea can be formed of that, and we'll never be able to remember those. In our previous video, I said we started on organizing as acronyms and acrostics. We will continue on this. Acronyms, as we said, are just not real words. They are not dictionary words, but they are words that are created by taking the first letters of a word. And most of them are not dictionary words if they are not especially international. Or we can also create our own words, as we said. We can create acronyms of our own, facts, lists, concepts, the way we like, even in our own language, or even using our own name, or with using any person we remember, name of a person we remember, as far as it fits to that. So it's just to facilitate remembering and learning. We are not going to make a concept out of them, but this is how to organize information so that we can easily remember them. So it can be any word in any language. Acrostics are just similar to acronyms, but they are formed, sentences or phrases are formed by people to remember lists or spellings of words, or list specifically for us is list. We don't have to remember spelling because this is for universities and beyond, and for high school and beyond. So, like Richard of York gave battle in Vietnam. This is to remember the seven colors of rainbow. That we used the word Roy G. Beeve. How do we actually remember Roy G. Beeve then? Roy G. Beeve. Okay, we can create acrostics for him like this. Or if somebody has a trouble remembering the word, how to spell geography, this is how can we do it? If you can remember this statement: George eats old grey rat at Paul's house yesterday. Ah, why is it symbolic? It's symbolic because it is to create and his story and also that vision, so that if we say that, we can remember what it is, how to spell geography. It is actually true for some people. Some people learn from visuals more, from stories more than concepts, just one by one. So it is the way we can actually remember. Acronyms is one way. And look at those. These are other acronyms. The seven deadly sins. If somebody is in a theology class or school, let's say, there he can remember those. How to remember pride, envy, anger, sloth, and all this by putting those first letters together, and that you can use that first letter together to get what Tracy put there. Punishment ensures all serious criminals get licked. That's very nice, isn't it? And look at the how to remember the spelling for because. Hmm. Big elephants can't always use small exits, do they? Sometimes, actually. Yeah, sometimes they can break. Yeah. So That's it. Acronyms. Acronyms are not really as looks nice as sorry. Acrostics are not as good as acronyms. I think I rarely use them, but I use a lot. Acronyms are very nice, very nice to remember to put information together. This slide is very important. This is what I use very much, and really important. When we organize, we have to take care of orders and the steps. You know, if you have to have orders in which procedures in which something has to happen, or the steps in we doing something, we can shuffle together and make acronyms and or acrostics at all. We have to be on that order, on that step. If we do shuffle, we miss the orders or the procedures or the steps, and that's gone. It's no more useful. It's misleading and it is disastrous. So be careful of orders. If the note is about the steps by which something happens, that step should be followed. Even when going to exam, if you miss up the steps, you will lose mark or you'll never get it. So lists in notes, some of them are steps, some of them doesn't need any step. If the note doesn't need any step, if the note is not about steps or orders, we can bring the last one to the first, the middle one to the last, and so on, or arrange it and create acronyms or acrostics of our own, and we can use it. If there are steps, we have trouble of remembering them. Actually, it's a very specific order that we should follow. I tell you one trick I used to use when I was in university. I will never bother to remember a step which has more than 5. My takeaway is that no teacher will ask me an order of lists of stuff that has more than that list. It is really not wise to ask a student to list 10 steps. That is what I think, and that's usually what happens. Teachers don't ask long steps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they do. I never ask 10, 9, and so on. So I don't read those. I ignore them, or I try to just read the concepts in there if they appear in other form of question that list them. So take away that. It's really very important. And other than that, I will know what they say actually. I know they exist there. At my final day to exam, or the day before that, I only read specific areas where I thought that is coming, that will appear. I try to read my teacher's mind is where he is want to ask me. He is somebody who likes to trick. I gonna find his trick. If somebody wants to, does he remember that? I gonna deal with those. And read your teacher, know your lecturer, and what he usually does, and specifically study their tests. How do they set questions in the continuous assessment, and you can get ready for final exams as well. And this is very useful. Thank you for listening, and this is how to organize, and we'll have more videos. Please subscribe so that you get the videos as well. And if you have questions and comments, please send me below. And these are the references I used to develop these notes. And you can find these notes online, and maybe you can get them. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.